Welcome back, team, for the ace match here in the first series of the week 2 here at the ANZ StarCraft 2 Pro League, brought to you by the good folks at Gamester. I'm Zeph. With me is Death for the final time tonight. Death, will you take the honor of announcing our ace match here?
Oh, I certainly will, Zeph. It's going to be on Odyssey, and we've got Demi playing for Team OSC Elite, and he's going to be going up against Blysk for Downfall, which is cool. I mean, it's not entirely unexpected. I think that both of these players are the best for their respective teams. I wouldn't be surprised maybe to see Downfall use Pez occasionally as well, especially after that performance. That was beautiful, but this is going to be cool. Blysk versus Demi for all the chips tonight.
Yeah, sick city. I'm pretty hyped to see these guys go up against each other. As we mentioned before, Blysk just came back. We were sort of uncertain about how he was going to perform. Still looks as solid as ever, to be honest. Lurkers are rough to deal with, especially in mass as Argus made them. So I'm very keen to see him go up against another Zerg player in Demilove. And Demilove, always improving, always got a positive mentality. Coming into these tournaments, always training hard. Every WCS, he's got a bounty on someone's head in his own mind.
Yeah, always wants to do well, and that's why we love him.
That's it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And let's not forget as well, if you guys haven't seen Blysk play in a while like us, this guy has been around for a really, really long time, including that period of time in our region where we mostly had Zergs. So he has built part of his career off killing Zergs as well. So I think this is going to be a pretty cool match.
Sure is. Just setting up some of the settings in the lobby at the moment. Then we'll be getting right into the action. Let us know in chat, who do you reckon's going to win this next match? And that gives me a good segue, Zeph. Who do you reckon's going to win, man?
Ooh. Oh, man. I'm gonna go with Demi. My vote.
Demi?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm with you there. It's 2 for 2 on that prediction. And I also want to give a big shout out to Pig, who hosted the stream earlier. I hope you had a really good ladder session, man. Much appreciate the support. And if you guys are tuning in from Pig's stream, just a very quick recap. This is the ANZ Pro League. We're live Tuesday and Thursday nights, 7 p.m. AEDT, which is an Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time zone. It's like 50 hours ahead of everywhere else in the world, which is why it's very, very strange to try and organize anything in esports. But I hope you guys enjoy the action. We'll be going all the way up until I think it's December 19. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that'll be it. So great tournament, $3,500 on the line, which is good because we get currency conversion.
Yeah.
And it turns into just way more money. It's fantastic.
It does. Magical experience, that's for sure. So just to run you guys through that prize distribution again, if you missed it earlier, $1,400 for words, man. I'm just gonna give up. $1,400 for first place, $800 for second place, third grabs themselves $400, and fourth and fifth taking home $200. So considering this is 5 teams in round robin, they all make some dollary dues from participating in this tournament, which is the first of its kind in our region from Blizzard, which is really, really awesome. So if you guys are enjoying it, let us know. Tweet at Blizzard ANZ and let them know as well that you'd love to see more of this, because we're certainly having a ball. I don't want to speak for you, Death, but I have a feeling you might be having fun.
How dare you, Zeph? How dare you? I'm so offended. But yeah, big shout out to Blizzard. Big shout out to GameStar for running the production. We're trying to improve and make it better every single cast. So please give us your feedback. This is hopefully the first of many events of its kind. And we really do want to bring the best show that we can to you guys. The players are giving it their all, and I really hope that you're enjoying it and that you'll stick with us through the next month. But without further ado, let's get in and introduce our players for the final game of the night. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner of Odyssey, Playing for Team Downfall Gaming. Can he do it? It's Blysk.
And his opponent in the top left, in the Zerg, in the red, representing OSC Elite, one of our finest Zerg players, it's Demi.
And how would these players decide to open up? Doesn't look like anything too crazy coming out yet from either player. Blysk looks like he's going to be going for a fast Nexus, though. Nexus before a Gateway, even. But Demi loves his hatch first, so I think that Blysk is going to be able to get away with it. And Odyssey's the kind of map as well where the natural's not too wide open, Zeph, and especially with the new shield battery, you can probably get a tight wall very quickly. It's pretty cheap, too.
Yeah. Doesn't take too much to get that happening. I'm sort of keen to see how Demi's gonna play this. I think maybe in a macro game, he might still be favored against Blysk, despite Blysk, in my mind, historically being very good at that sort of 3-base play as well. But Demi's also been a little bit cheeky in the series that we saw up against Ice. He decided to go for Ling Drop, so is he feeling like he wants to cut these games a little shorter? Who knows? Maybe he has some other timing planned for his Protoss brethren here.
Yeah, but if I know anything about Blysk, it's that this guy loves his timings as well. So if anyone's going to try it, I feel like it's going to be Blysk, but maybe it'll be some sort of mid-game timing against mid-game timing. I'm a little bit scared, though, with this probe being kept behind here. I've seen some dirty stuff recently, Zeph, with shield batteries being hidden. But
Did you see that innovation stream clip?
I did, and it was horrifying. I had nightmares that night. It was... I woke up in a cold sweat just dreaming of shield batteries. But I think this is probably not going to be that. I feel like this will just be for a scout later on. And Demilov, just playing very standard, mining his gas, getting his speed, looking for a third base, getting those queens out as well, poking around with the overlords, just keeping a tabs of what Blysk is doing. One thing that Demilov is probably a little bit curious about is the lack of a wall at the natural. And he might start to get tempted to go and like pull the trigger and do something about that.
I would be. As a filthy Zerg myself, I'd be seeing that being like, that looks like a tasty open natural right there. But early on in the game, without having seen a lot from the Protoss just yet, you do sometimes just want to take it easy. We see Demi making a few lings. He might need those to help out with what he already has on the ground here. To just deflect those couple of adepts coming around. It was pretty standard just to have a bit of a poke. Confirm that the third base is there. Okay, a few more lings in production now that speed's about to kick in. And maybe he'll be lucky and be able to get a surround on these adepts and eliminate them from the game.
Yeah, we'll see. It does cancel the shade. He's just forcing a lot of Zerglings out right now. He's probably just going to turn around and go home. He's actually done indirect economic damage if you think about it as well. Blysk is up to 36 workers against just 24 probes. 24 drones, Zeph. It's a lot of lings that were produced when Demilov would have preferred to be making drones. Does clean up those adepts, gives himself some breathing room, and now he can start making some drones if he wants them, but a lot more lings coming out. What can he do? He's got that Overlord out. He's going to be dropping down, trying to see if he can poke in the natural as well. There's only a sentry there, but a force field or two can come out, but the lings are going to be dropping on it as well.
Uh-oh, he doesn't have a lot here. The shield battery's not up yet. Probe's forced to fight on the front lines. Luckily, most lings can't come in, but guess what? The Overlord with that drop capacity is going to put an end to that. One sentry being slowly nibbled down. The shield battery already out of energy. And Demi is just focusing on carting all these lings into the natural.
This elevator from Demi is absolutely hilarious, but I don't think it's quite going to work. I feel like Blysk should be able to make some more SimCity behind this. He's got more units morphing in as well, and now Blysk is up to 40 workers against 23. His economy is in such a good position, and Blysk takes a sizable lead in this game, Zeph.
Blysk has seen this nonsense from Zergs before. He knows how cheeky they can be. And he is not having any of it. So Demi can continue to be annoying. He's still going to try and chew through the wall. Both of these structures, the robe and the gateway, very close to going down, but with the shield batteries here, and a bunch of units behind. Now coming in with a Warp Prism, he does have to sort of step back. That one drop overlord is still looking to do some damage, but 2 Stalkers make short work of that. And now Demi is going to be put on the defensive a little bit once some Warpins come in.
Yeah, Demi is quite a bit behind. He's got to try and find a way to equalize. It's the great thing about shield batteries, and like now that walls have been changed a little bit, they're so cheap you can get rid of them whenever you like and just remake other buildings behind it. It's nowhere near as expensive as, say, making a lot of cannons or gateways to wall. Now, Blysk is trying to push the advantage. He doesn't want Demi to have that breathing room. He's got some adepts coming down here. He can warp in another round or two, and he can start harassing multiple mineral lines at the same time. I'm loving this play from Blysk.
Yeah, Blysk really capitalizing on the fact that Demi would much rather be making drones right now. And look at all these drones just sitting in the middle of nowhere because they just have to be... They have to be careful. They have to stay away from these adepts. Now, they do get cleaned up in the main base and the third base. I'm not sure where the Warp Prism got off to, but it looks like he can finally have some breathing room here as this +1 attack finishes up. But man, 37 drones against 49 probes. Not ideal for our Zerg player.
It's not ideal, but it's not quite the end of the world yet. Don't count Demi out of this game, Zeph. What I would have loved to have seen from Blysk behind that drop play would have been adding on this third Nexus at that time, but I feel like this is probably about a minute too late. This is going to give Demi Love the ability to catch up, and he actually gets a run by into the natural. There's no shield battery set up in the nat there. He might be able to pick up a probe or two, but this shield battery in the main is going to put a quick end to that harass, and Blysk actually defends that without a single loss.
Yeah, he's so calm and collected with this defense. Anything Demi throws at him, he's just like, yeah, I can deal with that, no problem. A couple of units here, another structure there, no big deal. And now he's actually got quite a nice little Protoss force with charge and +1 of his own about to finish up. And Demi is just trying to pump out a few extra drones to saturate that third base. At the same time, he's also making roaches and ravages because he knows that Blysk is not going to let him just sit back and drone up to where he wants to be.
Yeah, Demi does see the state of the third base morphing in from Blysk. Demi would be feeling a little bit anxious right now, just making some ravages, but he doesn't have a lot on the field, especially with this Warp Prism out and 5 gateways. Blysk can make a lot of units very quickly. This is a very cost-efficient army. Let's see how the force fields get thrown down. Not great force fields and some decent corrosive biles coming down, but the Ravagers are falling. And Demi Love, it looks like he's been broken. GG! And Flash wins it for Downfall Gaming.
Awesome there for Downfall, putting a point on the board. And that's got to feel pretty good with their Protossian lineup. Well done to Blysk, showing that he is still as strong as ever.
That was excellent stuff. Blysk winning it for his team. I'm sure that was as good a feeling as any, even probably as good as some of the tournaments that he's won in his career. That's got to feel good. And much props and congratulations have to be given to Downfall. Excellent showing so far in this league. I think probably outperforming expectations, and that's exactly what we want to see because we love an underdog in our region.
Exactly. And guys, don't forget that Downfall played against 1F Pro in week 1, but we weren't able to stream the match, so we're actually going to be doing that tomorrow from replay at the same time, so make sure you tune in for that, especially if you're a Downfall fan, because you'll get to see more of them, and it'll be a nice warm-up for the matches on Thursday as we have 1F Pro and Legacy going head-to-head there, so fantastic to see all these teams coming out showing their best plays. I've got to say, I'm impressed by the quality of the matches that we've had.
Not bloody bad at all. It's been good, and it's only going to get better from here as the teams get more experience. We get more of these crazy maps and situations. This was my favorite night of the tournament so far. I mean, we've only had 3, but this is a clear winner. I mean, some of these games had my heart pounding. I feel like they were all pretty close games, and this was a good night of StarCraft, Seth.
Yeah, indeed, I agree with that. Very even matchups. That's what we love to see. So, guys, that is actually it for us for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you will join us at 7 p.m. AEDT, same time as tonight, wherever you are in the world, on both Wednesday and Thursday for the next couple of matches. So things are really starting to heat up already. It's they're really turning through them.
Yeah, churning through the matches. And again, let's just give another big shout out to Blizzard for making this happen. Shout out to GameStar TV for the great production. And a shout out to everyone watching this and the players for putting on the show. Couldn't happen without you guys. Hope you're enjoying it. And please, like I said before, give us your feedback. We want to hear it and we want to keep improving every time.
That's it, guys. So thank you again for hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow for the next round of matches. Don't miss it. It's going to be great. And we will see you next time.